Like many of you, I'm relatively new to Pokemon TCG Pocket, but I do have some fairly strong opinions about the metagame. So when I tell you I was shocked when I saw a tweet that said people voted Charizard EX the strongest card in the entire game, I want you to know that I was really shocked because I don't even think Charizard EX is the strongest card in its own energy typing. And this isn't just a new opinion. Here's a screenshot of me from a little bit ago expressing the same opinion. Fundamentally, the issue with Charizard EX is that it's a stage 2 evolution that requires an absolute incredible amount of energy. That's really tough to get on a regular basis, especially when Pikachu EX and Starmie EX are some of the best decks in the game, and they get out of the gate incredibly fast and run you over with power that happens early in the game. So my thought process was, I would like to play Moltres EX, which I think is very good, with literally anything else. And I was immediately poo-pooed by my own Discord. I was told that's a very bad idea, until a player named Tauros took Arcanine EX with Moltres EX to a tournament, finished second place, and damn it, the list is awesome. This is the version of the list that I've been playing. It is one card off of Tauros's list. He was running a red card. I have swapped in the second Old Amber. I've enjoyed the second Old Amber because it allows you to play for the Aerodactyl line, but it also allows you to just use the fossils as a stalling technique. You are not a Charizard deck, so you don't need to be stalling as much as they want you to all the time, but even though you're not a Charizard deck, this deck can still benefit from a turn of stall occasionally, and that is a very helpful thing to have in this deck. So you have the extra Old Amber, which gives you that, as well as the Aerodactyl line. Having two of them means that you shouldn't feel terrible about sacrificing one to stall, and I have enjoyed having it over that red card. I think other spots in the deck that could be replaceable or things you might want to bring in there could be Sabrina. Sabrina is definitely a very powerful card in this deck, and I do think that that is a reasonable thing to get in here instead of that second Old Amber, but I gotta tell you, I felt like Old Amber number 2 is actually kind of the sauce. As far as the way this deck plays, it's actually very similar to Charizard EX, but it has a different and a little bit of a lower power ceiling, but a power ceiling that matches up much better into Pikachu EX. This is because of Arcanine EX. Unlike Charizard EX, Arcanine EX is a Stage 1 Pokemon, meaning it only takes one evolution in order to get to this card. Just Growlithe into Arcanine, as opposed to having to draw all of Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard EX. That is one of the most important things that you can do to make a deck smoother in this game, in my humble opinion. 3-stage Evos are very, very tough to have as a major part of your game plan, unless you are doing something else that is very, very strong alongside them. That isn't the only thing that Arcanine does better than Charizard, though. What it also does is one-hit KO Pikachu EX, and that is an unbelievably good spot to start in. Being the kind of deck that can actually revenge kill a Pikachu EX is the thing that enables this matchup to not be as terrible as it is. In the closed beta, my friends who played managed to convey to me that there was a bit of a metagame triangle happening. Pikachu EX existed, and then it would be faced with Mewtwo EX, which would then be faced by Charizard EX. So Pikachu EX would beat Charizard EX, and then Mewtwo would somehow beat Pikachu. In the actual live game, that just hasn't happened at all. Mewtwo has not shown itself able to actually beat Pikachu, and so for that reason, the ability to have a good Mewtwo matchup that the Charizard EX deck has had lowered in importance. This is now a much more important matchup to try to target, that being Pikachu EX. Because of that, if you're going to be a Moltres EX deck, I have felt like this deck is much better positioned in the metagame. Yes, you are giving up points in what is otherwise a relatively favored matchup against Mewtwo EX. Not being able to one-hit everything in the game is a problem. But right now, you are being put under such pressure from fast decks that you need to be able to get online faster. And Arcanine gets you online faster than Charizard ever will. Moltres EX is perhaps the real star of the deck, and maybe the real star of most non-plane fire decks. This is just a very good card. This game is so about energy management. We all understand that a card like Misty is kinda busted. This card is very close to being Misty level of good. This is a card that can cheat you energy very cheaply, has an enormous body, and even has the ability to carry some energy itself while giving energy to your bench and be a reasonable attacker. It attacks for less than basically every other bird. Zapdos has the highest potential attack of all the birds, and Articuno has a Blizzard that does 10 more damage and then also does damage to everything on the bench. Yes, this is the weakest of the birds in straight up combat, but the ability that this card has to cheat energy should not go unnoticed. And frankly, I am slowly coming to the conclusion that Charizard EX was holding Moltres back and not the opposite. Moltres is the guy in this deck, and being able to speed out an Arcanine that's doing 120 to kill a Pikachu EX or 130 with a Giovanni to kill a Zapdos EX is game winning. Unfortunately for Charizard, the metagame is too fast, but Moltres is still so damn good at dealing with that fast metagame as long as it has the right partner. It's worth discussing at least a little bit the one of Aerodactyl here. The original build of the deck ran 1 Old Amber. I've upped that to 2, which really changes the consistency of this card. But effectively, Aerodactyl is your Hail Mary. When your opponent has a Mewtwo that's perfectly set up, you don't really have the ability to deal with that stuff. Things that are bigger than Arcanine's breakpoint are something you need an actual answer to. If you aren't one-hitting something with Arcanine at 120 or 130 with a Giovanni, you need something in the deck that can deal with it. That's what Aerodactyl is doing. This is a card that exists to answer unanswerable problems. Your opponent has the Nut Mewtwo EX draw with a Gardevoir, well, there goes 4 energy. And I think discussing it in terms of energy is probably the right way to do it. Because this deck is, and this game is so about energy management, Aerodactyl has the ability to absolutely jack up your opponent's energy management. They make a big investment in a Mon that they expect to one-hit and sweep your entire team. You have a real chance at getting rid of that, and you need to play for that sometimes. Because the ceiling of the deck is lower than the Charizard alternative, you have to have a Hail Mary of this type in there. And frankly, I think this is just a really good, really clever inclusion that I wouldn't have gotten to on my own. So, shout out to Tauros for figuring out something that I've been trying to figure out basically this whole time. I had a feeling that Charizard EX was not it, and I'm so glad to be proven right. I personally think that of all the fire decks in the game, this one is the best. I think it is better than Charizard EX right now, and I am so happy to be able to say that, because that was basically my first instinct upon looking at these cards. I was like, there's no way we can play Charizard right now. We have to be doing something else, and Tauros solved the deck building, so huge shout out to that person. As always, I've been KM Best, aka KM Pocket. We are going to get into some gameplay with this list, and I hope you enjoy it. As always, you've been phenomenal. I'll see you in the next one, and I feel bad about saying as always twice. Let's get into the gameplay. Charizard. I hate starting with these cards. I like that I have an X speed and a Professor's Research, so I can get towards a potential Moltres EX. Whoa. Okay, we're doing stuff. They're going first, so Machop is not great. Their typical opener going first wants to be Dugtrio, Kangaskhan, things of that nature. They are, on the other hand, drawing a billion trillion cards. Okay. Pretty sure my hand got better. The card advantage might be tough to overcome regardless, though. Okay. Alrighty. That's not good. We don't love the triple coin flip L on the Moltres EX. Cubone. I got Knuckle Punch. I got a potion. I don't particularly care. I do like the Evo here. Whoa, not you. I'm sort of torn here. I think I put this on the Moltres EX if only for the retreat cost here. And then surely we just get all three this time. That's enough. That's enough. See, now if they evolve, something dies. And if they don't evolve, I can just put third energy on the Moltres and the Machop dies. So we're pressuring their energy here, is effectively the idea. Their energy is under threat, which is good. We're gonna leave the Growlithe here to play around Sabrina. Heat Blast. And now we are likely not getting Bone Zoned on, although it remains possible. Best card in the game, Starmie EX. Starmie EX is like the third best card in the game, okay? That is a Machamp EX. Mega Punch at 120, eh? Oh, my 2 potions. No. Oh, hello. Okay, so this is actually pretty straightforward then. We Sabrina the Machamp out. Moltres it. Actually, if they have 2 potions, right? That Machamp has 180. Got a Geo in hand. Are we meant to just slam out the Arcanine now? I think not. But it does carry some risks if we don't. We're putting them on 1 potion. If they have 1 potion, we can still win this game. If they have 2 potions, we lose. That's 1 potion. I want to die. Now, if they have a Giovanni, we die. Like, their out is Giovanni potion. Then if that is what they had it. We put them on a very specific group of cards to have. Now let's see if they have it. They did not have Giovanni potion. We got there. I think one of the things about this game is that sometimes you just have to accept that there are things that will just get you. And that is one of those things. Like, we are absolutely liable to get Giovanni potion. If they had those exact cards, they were going to beat us. But we did not have a play that had a higher chance of success in any sense of the word, really. I think that means that was a good play. We still don't have... I'm going second, which is good, but we don't have Moltres EX in our opener, and we don't have ways to draw to Moltres EX in our opener. Last time, our opponent helped us out by giving us, giving us a nice little taste. So Moltres EX actually has... That's the interesting thing here. That's the turn. Whoa, okay. So that investment is interesting. I have potions to make this investment not make any sense. They can't 40 me next turn with this Zapdos, correct? Is there a method by which they could 40 me with this Zapdos? I don't believe so. I'm gonna potion anyway, though. This might have been a spew to potion there. Might have been a punt. It could force them to potion. Whoa, that investment is crazy. Because if they potion, my Arcanine kills that with Giovanni. Oh, we got him. Oh, we got him. That is the dream. That is the dream of what I wanted to happen. We're setting up... Oh, my God. It's so over, dude. Oh, my God. It's so over. What's up, Get Wrecked? I don't think it's ever been more over, frankly. That's it. That's it, man. $130, 2 energy. Oh, God. I cannot believe they actually, like, not to be like, oh my God, they fell for it, but like they did, right? What we did was telegraph, I'm keeping this alive for Arcanine, and they were like, I'm gonna try to race it. And then the Giovanni finished it off with like just a slam dunk. It was, in fact, Joe. It was Arcanover. It was Arcanover. Yeah, it was, in fact, Arcanover. We're so good at coin flipping. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, so we put... Which Moltres? Yeah, we're going to put the... We put the cool Moltres now. We go for Cool Trace here. I'm running 2 old Ambers instead of 1 red card because I like it. Okay, I mean, that is the worst thing to see with your double Moltres EX drop. That is not good. I don't mind having EX or X speed here. I need to get to Growlithe Arcanine ASAP because Arcanine nukes a Pikachu EX. And I can, like, slap an old Amber out there to block for me. And if I can go 1-for-1 at the Pikachu EX, I can usually handle what I need to do. But I need to have a Growlithe down right now to start receiving the benefit of Inferno Dance, I believe. I believe that is, unfortunately, the move. So draw 2. We do have a Growlithe down. The Sabrina is actually pretty interesting. We put the Growlithe down. We'll put the old Amber down. We'll put the energy on Moltres EX and lose all 3 coin flips. Surely not. Ooh, we won a coin flip. Whatever. It's fine. That's going on Growlithe, yeah. It might have been a punt to put that on Growlithe, for the record. The next one, if we get multiples, might go on other Moltres. They do... I mean, I'm assuming they're... Okay. All right. I will put it on this. I will evolve to Arcanine EX. And I'm trusting that I will hit at least one coin flip here. That is what I did when I put it on that. I'm trusting that I'm not losing all three. Okay, we didn't lose all three. We want both there. Or do we want to split seize them? We might want to split seize them. I will split seize them. Now, if they... I mean, actually, it doesn't matter what happens. That Pikachu EX is dying next turn. I'm Arcanining the crap out of it. That Fossil, can you start at the start of the game? No. I mean, no, you cannot. You cannot. So I'm taking like a $1.30 here. No, I'm taking a $1.10. A $1.20 if they Giovanni me. But we win. Probably. They play their other guy. They've used all their energy on the Pikachu EX that is about to get absolutely murderated by Arcanine. That's only 6. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, we're not like done here, but like we're done here. Okay, so this is the whole point of Arcanine right now. Arcanine EX. X speed. Retreat into Arcanine EX, and it just nukes Pikachu EX. And this is something that Charizard EX would absolutely never be able to handle this situation. And this is why we'd be playing Arcanine EX. This is a matchup we can only win if we have given up on the Charizard thing entirely. Because not only is that 3 evolutions, it's also needing much more energy. And now they're like, haha, I'm Zapdosing. I'm gonna get your ass. Wrong, Giovanni, a $1.30 incoming, right? Like, they think they're tanking with the Zapdos. They're not because of our Giovanni. Now, granted, they're also not because of our Sabrina. It kind of doesn't matter what they do. They're not winning this game. It's actually over. But it wouldn't have happened without Arcanine EX. It simply would not have happened without Arcanine EX. Buddy, that's what the old Amber's for! Thank you, Hunter of Muffins, for the 6 months. I'm glad you're enjoying the game. This card can't retreat. However, goodbye. If you're not going to retreat, I'm not going to stop playing. But, like... Hello, 130. I can do math. This is, like, the explicit point of this deck existing. Is Moltres EX is an awesome Pokemon. It is. How much would it cost to build this deck if I whale? I have almost every good deck in the game. I have spent about $250. That's not necessarily what you need to spend because I also, let's say, have made some unwise purchases. I really wanted to whale explicitly to get to the point where I wanted to know if I wanted to play this game long term. So it was like, if I want to actually talk about streaming this game, I need to have an understanding of the metagame. I need to do all the stuff. I need to have all the cards. I need to know what I'm doing, right? This matchup, on the other hand, we lose out on in the setup that we've done. I do have some pretty cards. It is a little bit like Big Red, yes. I do have some pretty cards. Oh my god, we're actually old Amber gaming. This is disgusting. This is such a doggy ass plan. This is such a terrible plan. I'm actually, unironically, fully seriously attempting to old Amber Aerodactyl this dude, who is going to nut off with this Mewtwo. My god. What a booty ass play this is. We have no cards that do things. So we're just sitting here chilling. Our cards do a whole lot of absolutely nothing. All right, it's time for us to win Aerodactyl coin flips. You feel me? They just have everything. They have the Mewtwo. They're on the draw. They have the Kirlia. They probably have the Gardevoir. We win this game by winning this Aerodactyl flip. We have one shot, one opportunity. Let it slip. Yo, his palms are sweaty. Knees weak. Arms spaghetti. Surely they... Okay. I mean, this is just a lot. Jimmy Chickens is ELA. Alright, so we got the X speed to make sure this isn't the end of our entire game plan. Alright, X speed. Retreat for the Aerodactyl. Play the Moltres EX. And extremely easily win this coin flip. Let's go, baby! We're gaming! We're gaming, chat! We gamed so hard. We gamed so incredibly hard there. I mean, not that that's necessarily a good example of it, but that is actually why I cut the red card for the second Old Amber. Because, like, a decent amount of the time, we just completely eat shit if we don't have Aerodactyl. And I've found more uses for the Old Amber on its own than the red card. So it's just like, it's an additional piece of synergy that has helped me out, but also, holy shit. We never open on Moltres EX! Okay. Right on schedule, buddy. Alright, I just need to draw an X speed. Huh. Well. How red card aware do we have to be right now? At 4. How red card aware do we have to be? Do we have to be red card pilled enough to, like, swap for the Moltres right now? I feel like the answer is no, but maybe we honestly do. I think the thing is, like, once we've drawn that many cards, most red cards are not all that bad for us anyway. If you speed now this Sabrina and you're cooked. Yeah. Yeah. What are they gonna put the energy on? What'd it do? What'd it do, Playboy? Interesting! Okay, so they're totally sacking this guy. He's just hanging out. I mean, they're gonna get him. They're gonna, like, swap him out, right? Alright, so... X speed... Retreat the Growlithe into Moltres EX. We might just slap the Old Amber out here. There's basically just no downside at all because I run 2. Upgrade that. And slap Arcanine on this one, I assume. I don't think there's an actual functional difference. Inferno Dance into obviously winning every coin flip. Ah, I see. I meant obviously losing every coin flip. That's on me. I should have been more clear. That's my bad. That one's on me. My bait. This is not a terrible position, but it's a little off. They're going for the Thundering Hurricane line. That's wild. Okay. I think I just have to deal with this, then. I think I just have to say, if you win 3 coin flips... Oh, it's more than 3 coin flips. Okay. Alright, so... We're gonna evolve the Aerodactyl, but we are gonna play a little bit safe here, I think. And, Inferno Dance here. Now, the good news is that they don't know we have a Giovanni. That is the good news. And so, when they do this, if they win all the coin flips, we are going to be able to just nuke it with Geo here. The bad news is that, yes, that card, yes, that is the bad news. The good news is, though, like, we are probably going to win from here. Just 2 Arcanine EX attacks will do it. If they somehow miss multiple coin flips here, then we're even more advantaged. We win the game immediately. All right, cool. It's Ogre. It's actually Ogre. We even have an X speed. My God. We use the X speed such that we are now able to retreat this for 1, so I can put something on an Aerodactyl. Not that I think it will matter, but I do want to start maybe building up Aero here, or maybe building up my Growlithe, but I'm pretty sure if this Arcanine EX eats it, we're probably just eating it regardless. I think we're threatening their energy so much that I don't care about building up Aero. We use Giovanni because I'm not stupid and I can do math. And we once again hit them with the 130 that no one plays around the $130. And now they have, as far as I'm aware, their only possible out is Zapdos EX with an X speed to get it onto the board. Everything else dies. Everything else, they are checkmated. When you say Skrillex, what do you mean by that?